Dr. Connie here again. So one of my patients who is a college student told me that it's rather common among her classmates to take Vyvanse to enhance cognitive function. In fact, she says those who seek such medications are the smart kids, the valedictorians in high school, who need to focus to do well, even better on exams. So this topic of cognitive enhancement is of special interest to me because, for one, I have a younger son who struggles with ADHD. Of course, it's mom diagnosed, but I know this to be true. And I myself have difficulty at times staying focused. So I like to assess all variables before I consider one strategy to be the go-to solution. There are multiple factors affecting neurological and cognitive impairments, including diet high in sugar, poor diet full of additives, too much TV and/or electronics, such as games, lack of sleep, food and seasonal allergies, neurotransmitter imbalances, genetic factors in utero, lack or insufficient enzymes or digestive enzymes, mineral deficiency, and excess copper. I'm all about addressing all variables that we have control over, and as you can see, most of the things on the list are things you can directly control. Today I want to discuss the relationship between mineral deficiencies in zinc and magnesium, excess copper, and neuropsychiatric symptoms. So first, minerals. So minerals are essential for cell metabolism, neurotransmitter synthesis, growth, and development. And there are major minerals and trace minerals. So major minerals such as magnesium needs to be consumed in higher amounts compared to the trace minerals like copper and zinc. Both types of minerals are essential for body functions, and because we don't synthesize these minerals, we must get them from food or supplementation. It's a known fact that our modern agricultural practices have placed undue burden on our soil, and as a result, our soil is depleted of minerals. So let's first talk about lead as a toxic mineral. So in April 2014, the city of Flint, Michigan, changed its water supply from Lake Huron to Flint River. And the water from the Flint River caused lead from the old pipes to leach into the water supply, putting approximately 12,000 children and adults at risk of consuming dangerous levels of lead. Just 1 year after the water supply switch, 5% of children tested in Flint had elevated lead levels, prompting a state emergency declaration in January 2016. And since phasing out the use of leaded gas and paint in 1970s, blood lead levels have declined in children steadily since then. However, 24 million homes in the U.S. are contaminated with lead dust. So lead is considered a neurotoxin and is especially severe in children as it can cause irreversible brain damages. Even at low levels, lead has been associated with lower IQ scores, ADHD, impaired motor function, and poor academic performance in children. So what are some toxic effects of excess copper in drinking water? So going to copper, copper is an essential mineral that is needed in trace amounts. However, excess copper can cause oxidative cell damage and trigger abnormal behavioral symptoms such as hyperactivity and irritability. And the main role of copper is in the synthesis of dopamine, the neurotransmitter that supports alertness and motivation. However, it's a fine balance. Too much copper creates excess dopamine, leading to an excess norepinephrine, another neurotransmitter, and high levels of norepinephrine can lead to ADHD symptoms such as hyperactivity, impulsivity, agitation, irritability, and aggressiveness. So in children with excess copper, stimulant medications are ineffective and can cause unfavorable side effects such as agitation, anxiousness, and changes in sleep and appetite. So most ADHD medications work to increase dopamine, which intensifies the effect of excess copper. So excess copper can also block the production of serotonin, which is responsible for mood regulation. Lastly, copper imbalances can trigger emotional, mental, and behavioral problems such as depression and anxiety. So high copper levels are correlated with ADHD diagnoses, attention deficit or span issues, and short-term memory difficulties in children. So let's talk a little bit about zinc deficiency and brain health. So excess copper coupled with zinc deficiency can be particularly harmful in individuals with ADHD. So zinc is another essential trace mineral that is vital in neurotransmitter synthesis. So zinc is involved in over 300 enzymatic reactions within the body to support normal growth and development. It's required in the synthesis of dopamine, norepinephrine, and serotonin. It also enhances GABA, one of the main inhibitory relaxation neurotransmitters. So daily zinc intake is required to maintain a constant supply as our bodies have no way of storing zinc. And if you use plastics in a way of water bottles and or microwavable plastic containers, the bisphenol A, known as BPA, and phthalates found in everyday plastic products bind to the zinc and further deplete zinc levels in the body. So research proves that zinc deficiency is inversely correlated with severity of ADHD. For example, the lower the level of zinc in a person's blood, the more ADHD symptoms they may have. To further validate, in a larger group of 118 children with ADHD, those with lowest blood levels of zinc had the most severe conduct problems, including anxiety, hyperactivity, as rated by their parents. So let's talk a little bit about zinc supplementation. So some positive research findings suggest zinc supplementation is beneficial for kids with ADHD. So in a study involving 400 children with ADHD ages 6 to 14, taking 150 milligrams a day of zinc or a placebo for 12 weeks, it was found that those taking zinc had significantly reduced symptoms of hyperactivity, impulsivity, and impaired socialization. And another study involving 200 children taking 15 milligrams of zinc or a placebo for 10 weeks found those taking zinc had significant improvement in attention, hyperactivity, oppositional behavior, and conduct disorder. This next study is music to my ears. The children in this study received zinc glycinate 15 to 30 milligrams a day or placebo. For 2 weeks, all children were given amphetamine ADHD medication, 5 to 15 milligrams a day. But over the following 3 weeks, the children who continued the zinc or placebo while reducing amphetamine. The children receiving zinc had better scores on neuropsychological tests, especially tests of impulsivity. So proper dose of zinc supplementation. Well, before you supplement, it's important that you do a hair tissue mineral analysis test, which can be used to measure the zinc and copper levels in the body. And if these two are out of balance, supplementation is a simple correction rather than considering mind-altering meds for your growing brains of your children. It is advised that children 12 years and older take 30 milligrams of zinc picolinate twice a day with meals, and those 6 to 11 years of age can take 15 milligrams twice a day with meals. It can take 3 to 4 months for supplementation to restore a normal copper-zinc balance. But once it's balanced, the medications can be titrated down and or eliminated. Please work with your practitioner or your doctor to ensure safety and efficacy. You see, correcting nutritional imbalances should be an integral part of treating almost any illness and symptoms. Minerals are essential substances needed for physical and mental health. And as discussed, Zinc and copper are required to create neurotransmitters and play a role in the antioxidant defense system, which protects our cells from damage. While minerals have a positive and necessary effect on the body, balance is key. And correcting nutrient imbalances through proper supplementation is safe and the most effective strategy in reversing attentional and behavioral symptoms. If you or anyone you know is on medications for this issue, please share this post. We offer comprehensive testing and proper supplementation guidance in assisting you and or your child to correct the physiological imbalances first. Please contact us here, the link, and we will get you help in the right way. Thanks so much for watching today and see you next time.